In a shocking revelation, a mother of two ignited a fierce family feud by uncovering hidden secrets within her own home. After discreetly placing a recording device, she made a startling discovery that led her to ban her mother-in-law from ever seeing her kids again. The husband's loyalty, however, remained torn between his wife and his mother, intensifying the tension within the family. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like, and share this video with your friends. On March 23, 2021, an anonymous female contributor turned to the AIT subreddit to share her story. The woman had been married for 5 years, and her mother-in-law had always lived with them. This living arrangement caused significant tension in their home because, in the mother-in-law's eyes, the woman had stolen her son. The mother-in-law lacked boundaries, intervening in every aspect of their lives and manipulating her husband at will. The woman had 2 children. Her first son was 2 years old, and her daughter was just 6 months at the time. She noticed that her daughter would smile at her mother-in-law, but the gesture was never reciprocated. Instead, the older woman regarded her with a simmering, unspoken resentment. What made the woman install a recording device at home? While the husband worked from home, the woman found a part-time job, leaving the kids with him during her work hours. After a while, she noticed a drastic change in her daughter's behavior. The child refused to feed herself even when hungry. She was confident in her choices and stood firm, advocating for her children regardless of the consequences. Suspicious of her MIL's influence and aware that discussing her observations with her husband would likely be dismissed, the woman decided to record their home environment discreetly. On one particular day, she overheard her mother-in-law spending hours berating her in conversation with her husband. Later, she heard her mother-in-law verbally abusing her children, referring to them as little pigs and spewing derogatory insults. The woman's young son was called a monkey and a pig, while her daughter was told she was hated and her crying was mocked. "She spent around 6 hours talking to my babies like that and verbally abusing them," said the woman of her MIL. How did the woman's husband react? Confronting her husband with the audio evidence, he initially criticized her for recording their private conversations. When I talked to my husband about what happened and made him listen to the audio, first he told me that I was out of limit and I was out of character to put a recorder in the house, noted the wife. The woman's husband then downplayed the situation, insisting his mother's problem was with her, not the children. He defended his mom and rationalized her behavior. Despite his reaction, the woman made a firm decision. She would not allow her mother-in-law to be a part of her children's lives anymore without adult supervision. My husband told me that I can be mad at his mother, but the kids are not mad at her. I am the one who has a problem with his mother, but the kids don't have any problem with her, and it's petty of me to not allow her to see the kids again, shared the woman. He also said that I have to do the right thing. Her mom is still the kids' grandmother. The kids must have a relationship with her, and I have to let go. 2 weeks after the incident, the woman's mother-in-law returned to their home country. It had been 6 months since then, and she was due to return soon. Finally, her husband decided to find a separate apartment for his mother. Despite this, the woman still harbored deep resentment due to the hurtful words her children endured. Consequently, she chose not to let the kids visit their grandmother, aligning her decision with her own choice not to interact with her. At the same time, the mother of two wondered if she was wrong for not letting her ML see her children. In a small update to her original Reddit account, the woman thanked everyone for their comments and support. Despite her husband's manipulative behavior, she remained steadfast in her decision, although at times she was tempted to doubt herself. She was confident in her choices and stood firm, advocating for her children regardless of the consequences. What do you think about this story? Do you have any piece of advice for the mother?